Janice, what to you makes the Community Foundation unique?
Well, first I'll say that when the Community Foundation first came to Gunnison, even though I have worked in the nonprofit sector since like long before in the 70s, I'll just say it.
When you were 4 years old.
When I was 4 years old. And so I didn't really know what a community foundation was. And so I had some time to watch and learn, and I became really interested in the idea that they were merging these up valley, down valley organizations, and the work that they began doing and the impacts were pretty immediate. And so I decided I need to get involved in that. And so I've known Mario Yule, who's always involved in things like that for years and years, and she made some introductions, and so I've been working with them off and on in a variety of capacities for a while. I think it's a nimble organization. They can be going down to meetings and come back and just realize there's something that we need to be involved in, and sometimes assume a leadership role to make it happen, or a partnership gets formed. And I think that if that's a trait of other community foundations, I'm not aware of it. And it may be that I'm just not that, involved in other community foundations. I've only worked with a few others. But I think that's a really important aspect of what makes it unique. They are capable of making those changes, and I think this recent COVID-19,
Sure.
It was amazing how the donors and staff came together and developed a program and made it happen immediately. And I just read that they awarded, $75,000 to look at food security, and it's with a large group of people. And I just think those are unique attributes of a community organization that we have here.
Well said. And we hear the word, when we have these conversations with people, we hear the word diverse a lot. And nimble a lot.
Oh.
And so I like hearing that word again of just, COVID's a great example of just the Community Foundation sort of is running down this path, and then of course this dry cough starts, and then things change for everybody, and they're able to pivot in a really powerful way.
Right.
And what's really come out of what you mentioned about the $75,000 gift that was just made by the Community Foundation through donors is that it also formed this new cooperative group of people all working in food security to come together. And that's also one of the really cool things that the foundation can sort of be the catalyst for making those conversations happen and getting people to kind of all work cooperatively.
Yes.
And then awarded a big chunk of money to do some really great work in the Valley.
They also did it the same thing with early childhood care.
Yep.
It's just like they're just change makers.
Yep.
And a very participatory, collaborative style.
Yeah. And nonprofits, I've been a nonprofit executive director in the past, and I've worked for multiple different nonprofits, and you're very focused on what you're doing, and sometimes the foundation's out there kind of up at this level saying you should be working with you, and you should be, and let's get you guys talking about how to collaborate or cooperate or whatever it would be. So you mentioned your history with the Community Foundation, and so it sounds like you've been involved for quite some time since you've been in the Valley here. And you've had multiple roles with the Community Foundation, so let's talk about those.
Okay. So I was first asked to be an advisor, and so I stepped into that position. And pretty close to the very same time as an advisor, then you also have to donate time to participate in one of the committees. And so I became the chair of the development committee.
Okay.
And so that was a great learning curve for me. And I got to be part of some of the introductory stage of looking at developing and implementing a capital campaign. And so that was, it was great for me. I learned a lot. I felt as though I had some good contributions to be able to make to that also.
Sure.
And currently I am the chair of the grants committee. And so that's right up my alley.
Yeah, and so get to be part of like how that money is distributed from the community grant program.
It's a chair position, and so really it's a let's have a meeting and let's remember what we're here for, and helping to facilitate the process. Staff are amazing.